Welcome back, Insomniacs. I'm Kurious Cyclopes.
And I'm Steve.
And we seem to have found our way back into this new, peculiar-looking studio. It looks a little different than your garage.
A little bit, yeah.
But it'll have to do for now. So, welcome back. We missed you all. And yes, during our couple-year hiatus, we saw your couple of comments out there. We care about you. Saying, where are you guys? Where are you? We're just dying to hear your thoughts and opinions on everything. Well, thank you so much. We're glad to be back. Well, as you know, we're big fans of Stranger Things, as we have covered 1 and 2. And then we disappeared for Season 3.
Yeah.
But we're back just for the end of Season 4, which just wrapped up, last week, right?
Yep.
So, we're here to talk about Stranger Things Season 4. And hey, if enough of you like this, we might even go back in time in the future and cover Season 3, which we also really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Alright, so what led up to Season 4? There's been a lot of chaos since then. We had some COVID.
Yeah.
Right, and that got away and pushed the date back a bit.
Yeah, because I think we were supposed to get the show in 2020, and now 2 years later, here we are.
Yep. And I gotta say, for me, it felt like quite a long time.
Definitely.
From the last season to this. Like, it felt like we waited forever.
And it's especially tough when it's a show with, like, teenagers, because kids just age so fast that it's like, yeah, like 3 years, they look like they're adults all of a sudden.
Honestly, that's kind of how it happened with me when I was a kid. Next thing you know, I went whoop, and I went up like a tree. My height, I'm talking about. Well, anyways, so yeah, they did address ahead of time before Season 4 came out that there would be some de-aging, but they didn't get too into detail about what it was. So I was assuming like, oh, is it because they're all like looking like grown-ass adults and they got to make them look younger? Like, I didn't know quite what they meant by that. But, and also, what was the little teaser, the cliffhanger they left us on from Season 3, that the American, a.k.a. Hopper, possibly Hopper...
Right, they never confirmed it.
Might be alive, but that's the thing. That's why it's a teaser. They teased us.
Yeah.
We didn't know what the hell was going on. Well, when Season 4 came back... right in the opening, we see that there's some guy shaving in the mirror and all that, and guess who it is? It's fucking Papa, and a lot of people were saying ahead of time, oh, I have a feeling Papa's coming back, but I hope he doesn't.
Yeah.
So that was fun that right off the bat, you know, they got you with that, and yeah, I didn't really know if I expected him or not, but I gotta say I was a little surprised, especially to see the very first thing.
Right, yeah, like they didn't even bury the lead, and we're just like, yeah, we know you hate him, but here he is.
And you know, Papa's returns was really interesting in this season because sometimes you think he's in the right, sometimes you think he's in the wrong.
Yep.
But yeah, you get a lot of Papa this season with 11, and it's definitely mixed emotions. 11 feels mixed emotions towards him too, which you really see at the end.
Even just in his character, it seems like sometimes it's like, oh, maybe he's actually like not a bad dude, and then he goes and does some scummy shit again, and it's like, oh, okay, same old bad guy we always expected.
But even whether his goal is right or wrong, I feel like no matter what, the way he goes about to reach the end goal is not quite right.
Yeah.
Because he can't be kidnapping girls and shit. Like, oh, that's
Right.
the first thing. Especially in today's day and age. Come on, man.
Well, I mean, it was the 80s.
Oh, yeah, I guess you could do that back then. But no, so, you know, I thought it was a really strong season. Like I said, right off the bat, they revealed Papa's coming back. They also introduced us to some new characters, which ended up being fan favorites. For me, one more so than the other. But they introduced this new character, Chrissy, who's a cheerleader, has the jock boyfriend. And typically, like, from our perspectives, typically in a show or movie, they wouldn't necessarily be the greatest character.
Right,
Because usually the
expect him to
cheerleader...
be, like, kind of bitchy and shit, yeah.
Yeah, like the cheerleader-jock combo, it's usually not really that great when it comes to media. Because, you know, egos, douchiness, blah, blah, blah. But she was alright, right?
Yeah.
People really ended up liking her, and they Even though I was kind of lukewarm on her, whatever.
Yeah, same.
And then they introduced us to Eddie, which I fucking loved, and it seems like the whole world loved.
Yeah.
And Eddie's a new character who's a 20-year-old still in high school because he just cannot pass. He can't graduate.
But this is going to be his year.
This is definitely his year. He can feel it. But in the meantime, he's busy with the kids that we all know and love, the Stranger Things kids, and they play D&D in their school club with Eddie as their DM, and it seems like he's a really fun DM. He's very enthusiastic and brings the game to life.
And I'm glad, as a fan of D&D, to see that they haven't strayed away from it. That the D&D campaign always still plays a major part in like the actual story of the show, even 4 years later.
And as far as D&D in general, I wonder if Stranger Things did make it more hip and cool these days. Because even at work now, I never would have heard people talking about D&D, but even at work, people are like, oh yeah, we did this campaign, and I'm just like... And these are like normie-looking people, you know what I mean? But hey, that's cool if Stranger Things helped popularize D&D more, I guess. I played like one game, and I was a little confused, but my bandmates are really big fans of D&D, and, we use those kind of lyrics for our band, so D&D, I think it's a cool thing. I don't really have much to say about it, but I'm glad that was a big focal point, of course, that their DM Eddie is being introduced. But so you also get introduced to the jock, Chrissy's boyfriend, Jason. There you go. See, I don't like him, so I don't remember his name. And, he's your typical jock, and he uses the death of the people in Season 3 to be like, we're going to go out there, we're going to win this game at the pep rally, because he's on the basketball team, and everyone's like, yay! And, of course, the kids that actually went through it are, they're like, ugh. They're like, that's fucking shitty to do that. But, so we got some new characters. We know Papa and Eleven's back. Now, what about Hopper? Because... some people are like, is he alive? Is he not? Is he the American? Like, blah, blah, blah. Well, it turns out, where's he at?
Oh, he's trapped in Russia. In Russian prison.
It looks really cold there.
Yeah, it does.
Yep, so it turns out he is alive, but he's imprisoned in Russia. And Joyce, early on in the season, she gets a little clue that, hey, I know where he is. He's here in Russia. He's alive, but here's my ransom that I want. So, there's a lot going on in the beginning. It was also cool because you get to see Mike and Eleven get reunited.
Yeah.
Which was one of my favorite parts of the season. Because who doesn't want to see that? But it was a little sad because, Mike thought she was doing well. She was flourishing, socializing. But it turns out she's just being bullied. So, I think another highlight of the season was definitely the roller rink. Do you want to go into that a bit?
Yeah, so, it's part of what she's telling Mike that, like, oh, I have so many friends, I hang out at the roller rink all the time. So she wants to show it to him, so Eleven and Mike and Will go hang out at Rinkomania, and then the bullies come up, and... she's pretending like they're friends and going, hey, Mike, this is my friend Angela and so. And they kind of attach to that and go, oh, friends? Okay, well, come out and, like, skate with us. And they start bullying Eleven in the middle of the roller rink.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she got a chocolate shake thrown on her.
Yeah.
And I thought it was funny, even though it's a little mean, but the bully Angela, like the popular girl... she says, it looks like Eleven pooped all over her dress or whatever, because she had like chocolate shake. So then Eleven got mad and smacked her in the face with a roller skate, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Is that the first time we saw Eleven being physically violent like that? With her hands?
I feel like it, especially because like she's always had powers up until this season, so if anything, she probably just did a little like quick power thing.
Yeah. But yeah, I gotta say that... it was cool to see it. It made me feel good, but at the same time, like, damn, Eleven, you really cracked her open like a walnut.
Yeah, it looked brutal.
Yeah. But, obviously Eleven's is different, so she gets treated differently by the bullies at school. But I gotta say, like, one thing she did, it kind of made me feel like, well, how would she not be bullied? She got mad at Angela, remember, at school, and she sticks out her hand and goes, Angela, ah! And her powers don't work, so it just looks like she put her hand down and screamed.
Yeah.
So then everyone starts doing it and makes fun of her at the rolling rink. That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But whatever. But no, so, you know, Will, on the other hand, he's telling Mike, oh, look, she's been lying to you. Like, she's been going through all this shit and not been honest with you. And I don't know if it's just me, but a lot of the time in the season, it seemed like Will maybe had a crush on Mike or something. Because I got some jealousy, some crying when, like, him and Eleven were bonding.
Yeah.
And some stuff that made me feel like, is he, like, in love with Mike now, or?
I think the first half of the season, they were a little vague about it, where you were just like, this is awkward for sure. And then when they came back for those last 2 episodes, there's no question. Like,
yeah,
he definitely does.
And I don't think they ever showed that before in any of the other seasons. So maybe as far as we know as audience, is this a new phenomenon that now he has a crush on him and it's a recent thing?
Right.
I mean, I could get having a strong bond because all the stuff they went through together. But, you know, that took me for a surprise.
Yeah.
You know. So that's interesting. I gotta say, though, like, even though they toyed with it a little much, they didn't do too much with that whole subplot.
No. Well, it's kind of tough, especially being set in the 80s. Like, you even think about, like, Robin and the way that she doesn't want to tell anyone that she's gay. Like, it's not something that's super acceptable back in that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unless you're very talented.
Yeah.
Because you got Liberace, Freddie Mercury, you know what I mean? Then it's okay to be gay.
Yeah.
But, but no, so, you know, I don't really have an opinion on it. Like, I gotta say, it's surprising and random. Like, I almost think it would be easier if he's just like, oh, I have a crush on this guy at school. Because it makes it super complicated.
Oh, yeah.
It's his best friend that he went through all this shit with, and he already is with 11. And so I wonder what they're going to do with that in the upcoming season. But that was just like I would say a more minor subplot of season 4, but I found it very interesting. So besides the stuff in the beginning and the stuff that gets you started off, what did you think were the highlights? What did you like the best? Like, and what did you like the least?
Well, for me, starting out with the least, I think the 2 weakest things in the season were, like, the entire B storyline of Hopper in Russia. Like, I understand that it's necessary, but it just kind of slowed things down. And then also the storyline of 11 when she goes back to try and get her powers back was a little slow. But again, I understand why they did it, especially with all the stuff with 1 and everything in that. But it did just kind of slow everything down. But I guess that's why the episodes were all like an hour and a half, if not more, also.
Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, I think I enjoyed the Russia prisoner, like, that whole subplot. I think I enjoyed that more than 11 trying to get her powers back.
Yeah.
I did. Like, I like the flashbacks, obviously, with number 1 and all that.
Yeah.
But, I don't know why. I'm not a big fan of when she's in those white rooms with the doctor.
Yeah.
You know, Papa and
it felt like a very drawn out thing, just to get to the point of, like, oh, just attach to a memory and, like, that will help you, like, direct your powers. Like, we could have done that in, like, one quick segment.
Yeah.
And that's just it's being nitpicky to find something critical, because overall, like, the show's great, so you just gotta pick something out and be like, that wasn't the best, I guess.
Yeah. But I think we could all agree that, well, actually, I'll let you go. I'm sorry. So that's what you like the least. What do you like the best?
I think Vecna as the monster for this season was amazing.
Yeah, I fucking love that.
Dude, he's so cool. And, like, the fact that they're giving us information that it seems like Vecna has been there all along, and it's just kind of controlling all the monsters we've seen up until this point.
Was it 11 that said, it was always you this whole time?
Yeah.
Like, in all the seasons, everything that happened, it was all because of Vecna.
Yeah.
Like, oh, so
Because we even saw that scene where, like, he gets thrown into the Upside Down and, like, he creates the Mind Flayer, like, right there in front of him and shit. It's like, wow. Like, alright, this dude is a big, big bad.
the scale of that scene of him just looking up into the massive dark sky with the, the smoke clouds and it becoming the Mind Flayer. Oh, that's one of the best looking eye candies that, like, I've gotten in a long fucking time. Like,
oh, yeah.
And it really, I'm not trying to draw parallels between movies, but it really reminded me of Hellraiser 2 in a good way.
Yeah.
Because when they go to hell, that hell world, and there's that Leviathan in the sky, like the diamond formation of and it's like the god, and it's so massive in scale, and like you're just in awe. That's what it reminded me of. But seeing Vecna, like when he said I was a traveler, and he just like wandered aimlessly through the Upside Down, just observing.
Yeah.
And there's Demogorgons just living their lives, and like, it was amazing. So I agree, Vecna was one of the best parts of the season.
I think we both talked previously about episode 4 is my favorite episode of the whole season. I think it introduced like a good amount of drama, with it being like Max is the one that he's after, and then we got a whole lot of good Vecna content. We got Robert Englund as Victor Creel.
Yeah.
It created the blow up of Kate Bush running up that hill that everybody's still latched onto now.
And I was born in 91, and I gotta say, I didn't know that fucking song.
I mean, I had heard it before, but like it never...
I don't think I ever even heard it.
Yeah.
So I'm new to it. Just like in solidarity with whoever didn't know it and now they like it. And
right,
people are attacking that. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Same thing with Master of Puppets now, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I do think it is a really interesting concept, though, because music is such an important thing that, like, that could be something that could pull you out of this world.
I honestly fucking love that.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it's almost touching, because it's like, oh, me loving this music, it isn't just in vain, and it's not stupid and pointless. Like, it is a reason to live, and there is something mystical about it that can protect you from evil. I love that. That's amazing. And I love how Vecna chooses, in that scene, that one scene with Max, he chooses to play Louis Armstrong.
Yeah.
And I forgot who's in the song with him, but I love that. That's so funny. But, Vecna was amazing. I love the subplot with Max and her dealing with her brother's death and the grief and getting stalked by Vecna. But for me, my favorite all-around, I guess, like, plot of the season was literally Eddie and him just trying to evade the bullies in the town.
Yeah.
Like, for me, that was what I was most on the edge. Like, come on, get across that lake in that boat, get away from those bullies. Like, so. And Eddie, I guess, was my favorite new character.
Yeah.
But for the whole season, my favorite character has to be Max. And a lot of people are saying that now. Just because of all that shit she went through.
This was a really great season for her as a character, so that makes total sense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Although, it doesn't end well for her, but...
Yeah, seeing her limbs getting snapped was pretty fucking crazy. Yeah. I thought she was dead.
Me too.
Especially because they just killed Eddie with that epic,
dude,
him doing the solo and running.
Cool.
Yeah. But I don't have anything against people that are going to look up Metallica now. Because I guess now Master of Puppets is #1 on, I think, Apple or something.
Yeah.
Or iTunes, whatever. And then before that, Running Up That Hill was #1. But, good for you. Have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
But, it's, you got Eddie's death, and right after that, like, we thought Max was going to die. Papa dies, which I'm like, hopefully he's dead now.
Right. I think I read an
it.
article where the
I'm getting
Duffers
tired of
said,
him.
like, don't worry, he's gone this time.
Yeah, I don't like whenever he's in the scene.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he's a bad actor.
No, not at all.
The character just annoys me in the way he talks.
Yeah, I mean, which I think is kind of the goal. Like, that I think he's supposed to be unlikable.
Yeah. But, I thought it was a pretty solid season. It was nice that they got Hopper back and all that. That was cool.
And I was joking around that, like, oh, maybe this season they'll actually kill him since they teased that he was dead last season and then he isn't. Because they had said, like, there were going to be 5 deaths or something in the second half of the season. So I was like, oh, Hopper's definitely one of them. But it was good that he wasn't.
Mm-hmm. Now, the end of it was pretty crazy when you see all the cracks opening up to the upside down and all that.
And that was even cooler because in that one episode when Nancy was trapped in, like, the Vecna world or whatever, he basically showed that to her. And, like, in a boss move was like, I'm not going to kill you, but you better tell 11 this is what's going to happen to the world. And it absolutely does.
Yeah, and it was interesting how it's because Max technically died for like a minute or whatever that's able to happen, I guess.
Yeah,
that was a smart move.
I don't really understand the thing they kept talking about of, like, oh, the 4 chimes, like, oh, he needs 4 victims because the clock always chimes 4 times. Like, I don't really understand the significance of that, but hey, whatever.
Yeah, I guess he just needs. Yeah, I don't get it either. I was just like, okay, he has to sacrifice 4 people, and then... So, that'll be fun. Who knows when we're... Do we know when we're getting to season 5?
I believe it hasn't even started production yet.
Yeah. Wow.
So, probably, like...
several years,
3
man.
years.
Yeah,
2, 3 years.
But as far as seasons in general, where would you rank it? Is it one of your favorite seasons? Because a lot of crazy shit happened. Like you said, we got Vecna, which is like... He was there all along.
Yeah.
But what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's definitely up there. This is one of those shows where it's hard to, like, rank the seasons because there's not a season that I don't like. Mm-hmm. So, like, I think every season just kind of plays into the story of the past ones and the future ones, so it's a good, like, unit all together. But yeah, this season was great.
But yeah, it is hard to say if it's a favorite because they all are kind of great. Yeah, because I can't think of one I didn't really like. I agree the Russian subplot was the weakest part, but at the same time, it was such a great part of the last season. Them sneaking through the bases and all that. So, But, yeah, other than that, I thought it was just as amazing than every other one.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the next one. So what else can we cover for season 4? Anything else?
Not major stuff. Not really. I mean, I know we're not going to be able to hit everything, so I think we covered all the really, really important stuff.
Yeah. Well, I guess now we know a lot more about the Upside Down, where it came from, and Vecna and all that is number 1. Like, that's really cool. Honestly, now that we have all this extra information, I think it'll be really fun to go back to season 1 and just go through everything, now knowing the truth about all of these different things.
See if you can, like, see the seeds of Vecna in the story all the way through.
And not like this is a big deal, but for me, the Demogorgon's a lot less scary now that I know it's just some random bullshit side creature that lives on, in the Upside Down. Yeah. Because in season 1, you think it's this, like, unique villain thing, but...
Although it does still seem pretty dangerous, like, with that prison scene where, like, when they don't stick together like they had planned to, and it just starts picking them off one by one and shit.
I gotta say, though, at least now we know you can use a sword
against
a Demogorgon. So I feel better knowing that.
Yeah.
That was crazy. By the way, where the fuck did that sword come from?
I don't know, dude.
Okay.
I mean, I guess they were all allowed to like pick weapons or something, right?
Yeah.
So maybe
It's just
it
I
was in
didn't
there.
see anything else laying around.
Yeah.
So it's almost like it came out of nowhere, like from the gods.
It was a secret sword.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm sure we're gonna go through, watch them all again. We're excited for season 5. What did you guys think about season 4? I'm sure you have a lot of the same thoughts, but what are some things we didn't cover? All right. We'll see you soon. Kurious Cyclops
And Steve.